Hey there, welcome back to Dakota News Now. It is now time for another edition of Owning Your Outdoors, and joining me as always is Doug Schroeder from Lewis. And Doug, weather hasn't really cooperated with us so far this year.
Mother Nature has not been very good to us at all. It's been the windiest, coolest spring that I can remember for quite a while.
Yep.
And consequently, everybody's a little bit behind on their yard work. Gardening has come to a standstill, but that's about to change.
And it looks like, in the long run, the weather is going to be turning around, and that means that people are going to want to start to maybe get out and do some gardening, right?
Exactly. And we're happy to announce that this Wednesday, April 27th, what you see behind us that is empty will be filling up. We're finally going to have plants and vegetables, and we're ready to go for spring. So Aaron, let's bring it on.
Yeah, so let's say someone is just now getting into some planting for spring, maybe some container planting. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, I really like container planting. There's a lot of advantages to container gardening. One, you don't deal with soil-borne disease like blights and so forth, because if you use new soil every year, you don't have that problem. Another problem that you get when you have an actual garden in the ground is nematodes, different worms, insects that can hurt your garden. Another advantage is just South Dakota. You can move it in and move it out.
Yep.
So if you have a day where it's going to dip down to freezing, you just move it into your garage or wherever you can keep it warm, and then bring it out when weather permits.
Or if the wind's going to blow 50 miles an hour again, you don't want it tipping over.
Exactly.
So what are some good first-time plants that someone could put in a container?
Well, I think everybody's favorite is a tomato plant.
Oh, yeah.
And the one thing to remember with tomato plant is you need 5 gallons worth of soil to grow a plant. And you need that soil mass for the plant to grow healthy. There are a lot of different plants that you can put in with your tomato plant. Right now I have some parsley, I have some basil, you can put some onions in there. These are good companion plants with tomatoes. So you can mix it up, add a few things to your container with your tomato.
What's another example that we have right here?
This is a pepper plant. With peppers, you need about a half gallon worth of soil. I have a little bit more in this container, but they will grow very well in a container and very successfully. You can grow some jalapenos, your hot peppers, you can grow green peppers, whatever you like. And there's companion plants also. You can put some onions and carrots in with your peppers and make it a kind of a vegetable medley.
And you want to make sure that the container is big enough for the plant to grow in, right?
Right. One of my favorite things to do is take an ornamental container and actually put some herbs in it, put it right outside your kitchen door, and you'll have herbs all summer long. Basil, cilantro, chives, they all work well together. Just when you're going to put a herb garden together, make sure you have herbs that like moisture or ones that like a little bit drier soil. Group them together.
I think another big thing is making sure that you're watering it properly and fertilizing.
Fertilizing, definitely. If you're going to be watering all summer long, you're going to be washing nutrients out of the soil, so you have to replace them with a good fertilizer. There's many good ones out there. I put a couple here that I recommend. So that is very important. One thing I do want to point out is soil. When you do a container garden, you want to use a potting soil, not a garden soil. A garden soil is meant to go in the ground. So if you use that, you will have issues. So use a good potting soil in your containers.
You don't want to skimp out on the soil.
No, that's our saying.
Anything else that we need to know?
You can even grow cucumbers. Just remember, if you're going to grow vining cucumbers, trellis them right away.
All right, Doug, great tips as always. And if you want to find all this information, we're going to have some nice handy dandy little charts here on dakotanewsnow.com after the show. Doug, thank you so much. Make sure you stick around. We have Fast Cast coming up next.